Hello class, good morning! I am your science teacher for today. I am teacher Germaline. So before we proceed to our lesson for today, so let's stand up and let us pray. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So that's it. So how's your day, everyone? Oh, you feel great today. Same too. I feel great. I'm grateful today to discuss a new lesson that would open your mind or add to your knowledge. So, okay, before we start our lesson, let's check your attendance. So, if your name is called, so please raise your hand. And now let's start. So, John Albert Aranya. Oh, okay, you're present. Next is Adobas Tracy Dwight, Valerio Aldrin, Jasmine Humangit, Marcus Matanog, Sharon Gamutan. Oh, so everyone is present, so this is good, so that everyone would listen or would know a new topic that I would discuss with you today. So now, I have 3 rules in our classroom. So if I'm discussing in front of you, you have to listen carefully. That is the first rule that I've set up. Next, if you want to answer, you have to raise your hand. And then third, you have to maintain cleanliness inside or outside the classroom. So before you go, you have to pick up pieces of paper under your chair or table. So that's it. So now I want to present you our learning objective for today, or learning objectives for today. So first, at the end of the lesson, the learner will be able to define respiratory and circulatory systems and its key components. Next, explain how circulatory and respiratory work together to transport nutrients, gases, and other molecules to and from the different parts of the body. Third, make a model of respiratory and circulatory systems and label the parts of the 2 organ systems. So these 2 organ systems are very important in our body because the respiratory systems help us to breathe, and the circulatory systems, it helps us circulate blood in different parts of the body. So now let's have a drill. So this drill or this game will show you a series of jumbled letters, and you have to arrange them properly to find out the hidden words. So I have prepared 10 jumbled letters, and you have to arrange them properly. So very good class, you have arranged the letters or the jumbled letters properly. So now you have the idea, or you have already the idea of what are the parts of the circulatory and respiratory systems that we will going to discuss today, or I will be going to discuss today. So now, I have 3 questions to you, class. So it would help you to know or open your prior knowledge about these 2 systems. So first questions that I will going to ask you is, why do we need to breathe, class? So please answer, Mr. John Albert Aranya. So that is your idea. We have to breathe because it needs our body to survive. Oh, okay, for survival. Next, please answer Ms. Sharon Gamutan. So why does the heart beat? Okay, the heart beats because it regulates blood to our body. So that is correct. So thank you for your answer, Ms. Sharon Gamutan. The next one, why is oxygen essential to life? So please answer Ms. Maricris Matanog. It is essential because it needs because oxygen needs our body. Our body needs oxygen in order for us to breathe or to circulate the different nutrients in our body. So morning we really need these two systems. So the three questions are connected to our topic for today. These three questions connected to the two systems that I will be going to discuss through you today. So now, let's do a simple breathing activity. So please put your two hands to your chest, class, and feel your heartbeat while doing the simple activity. So breathe in, breathe out. So how do you feel when you're doing the activity, class? You feel great, you feel relaxed. So that's it, so that's correct. Because in breathing, it helps us relax our body, or it relaxes our mind, diba? If we want to, we're thinking something, or we're going to a stressful day, you have to breathe in, breathe out, so you can feel or it can relieve your stressed, not just stress, but it helps you relax your mind. So that's it. Now, we'll present you a short video about the circulatory and respiratory systems. Okay, so I've already presented you the videos that helps you know what is respiratory and circulatory systems. Okay, so I have three questions, or I have prepared three questions for you, class, so that I will know if you're really listening or really watching the video that I've presented. So first, what does plasma deliver to the tissue cells? Please answer, Mr. John Albert Aranda. Oh, you have the idea. That is correct. So, thank you. Thank you for your answer. Next, Ms. Jasmine Hamangit. So, I have to ask you one question only. So, what organs is involved in circulatory system? So very good, Ms. Jasmine. So please sit down. So next is Tracy Dwight. So please answer this question. What is the important function of circulatory and respiratory system? Oh, so you know already the two organ systems. So you have the idea already, okay? So thank you very much, class, for answering the questions. So now, let's proceed. You have to do this activity so that you will know what are the parts of the two systems, which are the respiratory and circulatory systems. So we have this activity, put me at the exact name of the part. So you have to put the exact name to the part of the two organ system. So I will divide you into two groups. The one group will put the exact name of the part of the circulatory system, and the second group will put the exact name of the part of the respiratory system. So, okay. So count by 1 to 2, and the group one will put the exact name of the part of the respiratory system, and the second group will put the exact name of the circulatory system. So I will give you 10 minutes to put the exact name of the part. So timer. So are you ready? So 1, 2, 3, go. So now you will going to put the exact name of the part. So go class. So afterwards, I will check the names that you put the part of the two organ systems. Okay, you're so good, class. You're so brilliant. So okay, all of the answers are correct. So 2 groups will receive 15 points. So each group will receive 15 points, I mean. So okay, very good everyone, very good. So please settle down, settle down so that I will going to add up to your prior knowledge. Now I'm going to discuss I will to dig up to our topic for today. But before we proceed to the discussion of the two systems, I will give you the chance. I will give you the chance to share your prior knowledge or discovery of the previous activity that we've done today. So please, each group will have a presentation of their prior knowledge or discovery of the previous activity that we've done today. So one representative each group. So who's going to represent the group 1, and who will going to represent to the group 2 for the group 2, okay? So okay everyone, so thank you so much. I think I'm not going to give you hard times because you already know our topic and you have this brilliant idea, okay? You have this brilliant idea that you've already know, or I think in your elementary days you have the idea, or your teacher discussed already these two systems or the two organ systems. So I know that you've already know that it is these two systems are necessary in order to functions the different organs also to our body. So now class, each group, or before we dig up to our topic for today, I will give 5 minutes to each group to present their discovery to the previous activity. So you were one group or group 1 will have one representative to discuss their discovery or to share their knowledge about the things that they've learned from the previous activity, and group 2 will have also one representative to discuss or share their knowledge about the discovery that they've learned from the previous activity. So that's it. So okay, to the group 1, Ms. Charangamutan will present her or will share her discovery about the previous lesson or previous activity. And then to the second group, Ms. Maricruz Matunog will present her discovery about the previous activity that we've done today. So, okay, your 5 minutes starts now. So okay, very good everyone. You have really brilliant mind. So I think you already know, or you have a lot of idea about two systems or the two topics that we will two systems that I will going to discuss today. So now I will explain you what is respiratory and what does this system do, or what are the parts of respiratory systems that are important in this organ system, and what is circulatory system and its function to our body, and what are the parts of the circulatory systems and how it helps us circulate blood in our body. So first, I will going to discuss the respiratory system. So what is respiratory system? So respiratory system is a network of organs and tissues that help you breathe. So it includes your airways, lungs, and blood vessels. The muscles that power your lungs are also part of the respiratory system. These parts work together to move oxygen throughout the body and clean out waste gases like carbon dioxide. So that is the function, or that is what respiratory system do to our body. So it takes in oxygen and it takes out carbon dioxide outside our body. So what does the respiratory system do, or what are the other functions of respiratory system? So the respiratory system has many functions. Besides helping you inhale or breathe in and exhale, breathe out air to your body, breathe in or breathe out air to our body, it also allows us to talk and to smell. Second, warm airs to match your body temperature and moisturizes it to the humidity level your body needs. Third, it delivers oxygen to the cells in your body, which is really important. Fourth, it removes waste gases, including carbon dioxide, from the body when you exhale. Fifth, it protects your airways from harmful substances and irritants. So those are the 5 other functions of the respiratory systems to our body. So what are the parts of the respiratory system? So the respiratory system has many different parts that work together to help you breathe in or breathe out air. Each group of the parts has many separate components. Your airways delivers air to your lungs. Your airways are a complicated system that includes your mouth and nose. So these two are the openings that pull air from outside your body into your respiratory system. So the next is sinuses. So sinuses is a hollow areas or between the bones in your head that help regulate the temperature and humidity of the air you inhale. So this is the regulations of the temperature and humidity of the air you inhale. So next part is pharynx or throat. This is a tube that delivers air from your mouth and nose to the trachea or windpipe. Trachea is also known as windpipe. Next is trachea, the passage connecting your throat and lungs. So this is the windpipe that I've already mentioned earlier. Next is the bronchial tubes. This is a tube at the bottom of your windpipe that connect into each lungs. So this is the tube, the 2 tubes that connect to your lungs. Next is the lungs, or the 2 organs that remove oxygen from the air and pass it through your body. So that is a function of the lungs. So the important parts of the respiratory systems is the lungs, because this removes oxygen from the air and passes through the different part that pass it through into your blood. So from your lungs, your bloodstreams delivers oxygen to all your organs and other tissues. Muscles and bones help move the air you inhale into out of your lungs. Some of the bones and muscles in the respiratory systems include your diaphragm, which is a muscle that helps your lungs pull in air and push it out. So that is the function of the diaphragm in our body or in the respiratory system. So when you breathe out, your blood carries carbon dioxide and other waste out of the body. Other components that work with the lungs and blood vessels include alveoli. So this is a tiny air sacs in the lungs where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. Next is bronchioles. Bronchioles is a small branches of the bronchial tubes that leads to the alveoli. Next is capillaries. So capillaries is a blood vessel in the alveoli walls that move oxygen and carbon dioxide. Some of the other components of the respiratory system include larynx or a voice box. This is a hollow organ that allows you to talk and make sounds when air moves in and out. So the larynx helps you talk. Merge sound box niya nasa atong diri dapit. So that are the parts of the respiratory system. So next, I'm going to discuss the circulatory system, which is also essential to our body, which is one of the essential part or organ system of the body. So the circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system, consists of the organs and fluids to transport materials like oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. All vertebrates have a closed circulatory system in which the blood plasma and cells remain within blood vessels. This is opposed to an open circulatory system in which the blood surrounds organs and tissues in the open chamber. So the circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels, lymph, and lymphatic vessels. While the heart is the largest organ of the circulatory system, it is really only a large blood vessel surrounded by muscles. So a heart is a large blood vessels surrounded by muscles. So inanib siya kung sa Tagalog pa is puso. And then the arteries and veins themselves are sometimes considered together as an interconnected organ that spans through the body. So veins and artery man sila mo gawas o pasod sa blood sa atong heart and throughout the different parts of the body. These are the main rules of the circulatory system. First, the heart, blood, and blood vessels work together to service the cells of the body using the network of arteries, veins, and capillaries. Blood carries carbon dioxide to the lungs or for exhalations and pick up oxygens. From the small intestine, the blood gathers food, nutrients, and delivers them to every cell or to the different cell of the body. So, blood consists of four blood cells. I mean the RBC, WBC, platelets, plasma. Red blood cells, so this carry oxygen, while the white blood cells make up part of the immune system, or these are fighting cells of our body. So this white blood cells destroys the pathogens that enters our body, and then the platelets needed for clotting. If we have wounds, so we really need these platelets. Next is plasma. Plasma cells, nutrients and wastes flow this liquid. Next, heart. The heart pumps blood around the body. It sits inside the chest, in front of the lungs, and slightly to the left side. The heart is actually a double pump and made up 4 chambers, with the flow of blood going in one direction due to the presence of the heart valves. The contractions of the chambers make the sound of heartbeats. So the right side of the heart, the right side of the chamber or atrium, takes a deoxygenated blood that is loaded with carbon dioxide. The blood is squeezed down into the right lower chamber ventricle and taken by an artery to the lungs, where the carbon dioxide is replaced with oxygen. So the left side of the heart also oxygenated, it takes oxygenated blood, travels back to the heart. So this time, entering the left upper chamber or the atrium, it is pumped into the left lower chamber or ventricle, and then into the aorta or an artery. The blood starts its journey around the body once more. So next is blood vessels. So blood vessels have a range of different sizes and structures depending on their role in the body. So arteries takes oxygenated blood, where it pumps from the heart. It pumps oxygenated blood from the heart along arteries, which are muscular. Arteries divide like 3 branches until they are slender. The largest artery is the aorta. So manisjam, this aorta is the biggest artery in the heart, which connects to the heart and picks up oxygenated blood from the left ventricle. So the only artery that picks up the oxygenated blood is the pulmonary artery, which runs between the heart and lungs. Next is capillaries. The arteries eventually divide down into the smallest blood vessels, the capillary. The capillaries are small that blood cells can only move through them one at a time. So oxygen and food nutrients pass from these capillaries to the cells. Capillaries are also connected to the veins, so waste from the cells can be transferred to the blood. Next is the veins. Veins have one-way valves instead of muscles. To stop blood from running back through the wrong way, generally veins carry the oxygenated blood from the body to the heart, where it can be sent to the lungs. The exception is a network of pulmonary veins, which take oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Next is the blood pressure. Blood pressure refers to the amount of pressure inside the circulatory system as the blood is pumped around. So how does the circulatory system work? So the circulatory system is mainly driven by the heart. The pressure created in the heart pushes into the arteries. So the arteries expand with the pressure, and the blood is forced all the way into the smallest capillaries. Veins are surrounded by a variety of smooth muscles, and these muscles help move blood through the lower pressure veins and back to the heart. So other activities like large muscles movement can also help drive blood through the system. So in general, it only takes a human about a minute to circulate a portion of blood through the entire system and back to the heart. So the circulatory system structure, so as a whole, the circulatory system has a general pattern, structure, and flow. Blood starts in the heart, where it splits into two patterns of circulations. So the pulmonary circulations goes to the lungs and back to the heart. So this circuit is used to oxygenate the lungs. Then the blood re-enters the heart and is pumped through the sympathetic circulation. So those are the functions of the respiratory and circulatory system. Those are the functions, parts of the circulatory and respiratory systems. So now, I will show you a short video clip presentation about the topic to add up to the discussion that I've discussed to you already. So you will really get the thought of the lesson that I've discussed earlier. So next. So now, from the video that I've presented you and to the things that I've discussed in front of you, what part of the circulatory systems carries oxygenated blood? So please answer, Ms. Marquez Matanog. So it's correct, Ms. Marquez Matanog. So it is the arteries. The arteries carries the oxygenated blood to the circulatory system. So next is, what part of the respiratory system helps our lungs pull in air and push it out? So very good, everyone. So that's it. So next is, what organ pumps blood around the body? That's correct. It's the heart. The heart pumps the blood around the body. So now, to measure your knowledge about the topic that we've discussed today, or I've discussed today, I will give you an activity. So you have to label the respiratory system, or label the part of the respiratory system. Before we end our lesson for today, I have to ask you one question. So how one's lifestyle affected the functioning of the respiratory and circulatory system? So this question would be discussed next meeting. So thank you, everyone. So have a good day. And now I have to end this class. So thank you for listening and for answering the question that I've asked you. So that's it. Class dismissed.